Hey guys,
Trip.
we got nothing to say.
Trip, come on.
No, right here.
Trip.
Up.
Up.
Come on.
Come on.
You got it, dude.
5 minutes later.
Alright. Jesus Christ.
Trip, come on.
When we first met them, we thought they didn't like us.
This is true.
We had to clean the garage.
Yeah. They were in business
Strictly
mode.
business.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. We are here with Jason and SlowCarFastHome, Danielle, Tommy. Today we're going to be going live. So we have a setup on a phone over there. So if we're really not looking at you, it's because we have some crazy contraption going on right now. Okay? We're answering any top questions, van life, RV life, living on the road, money. What you want to know, you're going to get real life answers to right now. You ready to go live?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yesterday it was a thing that I said we're not going to say where we are. Tommy shouted out where we were yesterday, but we're just in Utah. You can
Dog, get
probably...
your feet off of me. Unbelievable. I just had this dude's toes rubbing on my leg.
But does anyone want to specifically read these out?
We can take turns like in school.
Okay.
Summer in the desert. What do you do for dogs' paws?
Yeah.
Asking for my pups and summer plans.
That's some serious business.
That's an NA for us.
Yeah.
No pups in the van.
We don't do anything special for the dog's paws, and I don't know if that's like bad parenting. Missy does fine, she never has issues. Trip, in the summertime on hikes, he tears apart all the pads on his paws. I mean, at least like twice a summer.
Yeah.
And then we put him in baby socks. And we tape baby socks with like Neosporin.
He doesn't like freak out with the socks on. He's just...
Oh, he doesn't like it, but if you don't tape socks onto
He'll
his
just
feet, he
keep
just like
licking
licks
them.
it for
Yeah.
hours. But you can get the little booties. You can get butter for their paws, and it's supposed to like strengthen them, but I don't know. He's got to learn at some point.
What is your retirement plan? How do you guys save for it? Or is it something you are not concerned?
We're already retired.
You guys are. We're not.
I'm retired.
I think that question's different for everybody. Tommy and I, before we lived on the road, we worked service industry jobs, so I don't think we were like technically planning for retirement there. We kind of were going with the flow, trying new things. Since being on the road, I think we've gotten way more opportunities. Oh my god, what?
I don't know why I just started laughing.
Alright, anyways, we've gotten way more opportunities on the road. Are you making fun of me?
No. I just get these random things where I
Alright,
start
Bianca,
laughing.
you can leave.
I'm sorry. I'm about to get kicked out. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we've gotten more opportunities since we've been on the road, and we're still young. So I'm 26 and Tommy just turned 28, and I think that we have enough time to kind of figure everything out for ourselves. We have a bunch of plans for the future, and living on the road gives us the budget to save up to reach our goals. Bianca, you have something to say. You keep laughing at me. Jeez. All right, you gonna answer for you or no?
Yeah, sure.
Bianca has a great business. You make more money than everybody in here.
Why are you telling people my finances?
Because I think that people assume that we make tons of money.
How do you know that I make more money than you do?
Because I can tell.
Oh yeah, I live lavishly. I'm wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday.
She just took a
She was
baby.
going to get burgers.
I just took a baby wipe shower, you know? I changed my socks.
I think Bianca makes more money than us.
Anyway, Jason and I had a lawn service, yes, mowing grass, for
Made more money than us.
8 years almost? 7 years. 7 years. Since I was 14 years old, we had that lawn service. Before we went on the road almost 2 years ago, we sold that to buy the van and remodel it, all that stuff. Now Jason's really retired, like he doesn't work. And I actually have a...
He works. He did the beet harvest with us.
Yeah.
That's the first job. That's the first job we had, and like
And he killed it. He got the.
he
got
did.
Yeah,
He got a
raised.
promotion.
He got a promotion.
He stole my job. Anyway, yeah, now I own a production company, so I do film, photo, drone, all that stuff. But I work for myself, so I still consider myself retired because I like my job. If you need any,
Someone said
Professional-
smart people in here. Sorry, vlog. My face is in it.
if you need professional videos, photos, or drone,
Yeah, Bianca's
licensed pilot.
Bianca's your lady. Oh, I thought this was your mom, but it's not.
My mom.
I saw the R. What do you do about your security when you sleep in the desert and the forest? I think a lot of people assume that BLM land is always like in the middle of nowhere and there's like creepy people driving by and like where we camp
We
here.
saw
What?
The belly button.
Belly button.
Oh yeah.
You
So-
see a couple people playing with their belly buttons.
sometimes. Most of the time, Tommy and I, where we camp is usually like within at least 10 to 30 miles to a town. We're not like 4 hours from a close town. And even my mom is always like, I don't understand where you are. We always need internet and Wi-Fi, and I feel safe all the time because we are close to small towns, and we have dogs, so most people aren't going to bother us because Missy looks kind of scary.
Yeah.
I feel safer camping in those places than we do when we camp in big cities, so I think there's just a misconception of off-grid camping, and there's not people like hunting people.
Sometimes you'll park real close to a shooting
and
range.
We did have one instance. It was in New Mexico where we got scared of. It was a designated BLM site, and we had really bad vibes, and we just stayed anyways, and it was a mistake. Nothing happened, but it was just scary.
There was one
We
time.
had that once in Texas.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the where we felt like we were getting fumigated, or no?
No, that was Canada.
Oh my God. I think that was a spot you guys gave us.
In Texas, where next to Big Bend, the quads like came up and they were
Oh
just hanging
yeah,
out,
and then just like
4 quads
shut
just
their lights off,
shut
and
their
they were
lights
just.
and
Oh
hang out.
yeah, no, that's when we would turn the car on and leave.
It was pretty.
We're really lazy, you know. Like once we get somewhere, you just kind of want to just do
Yeah.
nothing.
Have you thought about releasing an ebook with your favorite boondocking spots in the U.S.? It's for you guys.
No. Because like our most favorite spots, I don't think we'd want to. I don't know. The ebook thing was spur of the moment. Tommy thought of the idea for the Baja ebook in line at Tijuana, and we were like, "Oh, that's a great idea." We had 3 hours to think about it, so we just ran with it. We walkie-talkied them; they were in front of us, and we said, "Hey guys, we're writing an ebook. What do you think?"
We made a joke. We made a joke about it at first,
Yeah.
and then we got back into the States, and they're like, "No, really, we're writing an ebook." We're like, "Okay."
I don't think that we're gonna write an ebook with our favorite campsites because we want to keep them as our favorites.
My turn.
Tommy's
stop
really
yawning,
tired.
Tommy?
He doesn't-
We were just on a hike,
yeah, you have to
and
answer
he
a
completely
question.
stopped talking to any
Yeah.
of us. He just like walked 10 feet in front of us. We were convinced he doesn't like us. All right, where are we
You
here?
and me.
What about your life now would have surprised you before you started RV life?
Can you read that again?
Yeah, I'm trying. What about your life now would have oh, okay.
I think, yeah.
I put a comma where it didn't
Yeah.
belong. Sorry. What about your life now would have surprised you before you started RV life?
We get to travel full time.
And that we're doing it, because the first 2 months we got on the road, we ran out of money because we treated it like a vacation. And so then we had to like rethink everything and slow down and actually focus on working and not driving from like spot to spot to spot to spot. So I think just doing it. I don't know. It's crazy. We're at a year and a half on the road.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are at 2 years. Like that's
Almost. August.
almost
is
2
2
years. I mean,
feel
there's
like-
something to say about that.
I used to hate flying. I was afraid.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I was afraid to fly. And then, I don't know. Just was tired
Just
of the
do it.
same old stuff.
Yeah.
You just gotta do it.
What's the first thing to do to start a life like this? Saving and just having a vehicle that's prepared for full-time travel.
And
Don't
that you
think-
like
Yeah.
if it's your needs.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too much. If
Yeah.
you think about anything long enough, you're gonna find a reason not to do it.
You're never gonna have enough money.
Never.
You're never gonna be ready. You're never gonna do enough research to say, oh, okay, I can do now. I can go.
It's never gonna be the right time.
If you could have, you would have just kept working. You were like, we'll save more. And I was like, I just went to the office and I canceled our lease.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
We have to move out.
We got 30 days. I
That's a good
think the
question,
biggest thing with like travel or like to get on the road and life in general is just you have to do it. Like you could spend forever thinking about how not to do it or like you said,
Yeah.
what is not there yet to make the perfect like scenario. But you just got to do it and figure it out as you go.
Also, everyone's not gonna like it.
True.
So
How often do you have to go to the grocery store?
Well,
We go like every 3 days.
that's a lie. We are like at Walmart more than we're anywhere. We for some reason love Walmart.
It's good prices. We probably go like twice a week.
You use to know if you're legally allowed to park in a city. In the city, it's always a stealth.
well, I think most people think that we don't park in the city, but we can park in cities. We just park in residential areas. I think you can just tell. You drive to certain part. You have to scout during the day and see like parking meters, street sweepings. I don't know. I don't think that
signs.
it's.
The signs, yeah, just pay attention.
Yeah, like we had our RV parked in downtown Denver in front of our apartment for 4 months.
Well, I mean, also, like, at night, You just gotta be super stealth.
You guys are
you're
stealth,
rolling
why
up
not?
to it, and then if you spot like a spot, you just put it in neutral and shut the man off.
Do you guys
and
do
all the
that?
light.
Well, you're diesel, so you're a little louder.
No, we don't do that. I'm just kidding.
You
Shut.
should.
Can you imagine? You just shut all the lights off. You put the car in neutral, turn it off, and you just.
If my mom is watching, I snuck out of our house one time doing that.
I've snuck into my house.
Stuck into your
That's
house?
weird.
No, I'm-
Do we normally stay in state parks? We've only stayed in state parks probably.
We only stayed at a state park in Florida because Tommy's mom lives in Florida, and we stayed at the closest one to her house.
Yeah, the Fort Clinch.
And it was expensive, and it was busy.
Mm-hmm.
There were like kids running through our campground, like by the RV. It was really weird.
We haven't stayed at any state parks.
we actually
haven't
haven't paid to park in
Except for
almost 2
Baja.
years, except for Baja.
Yeah.
We have not paid to park.
And
In the
we,
States, in Canada.
And yeah.
I think the last time we paid to camp was in Montana because we wanted to do a very specific hike in the morning.
Besides Baja.
And besides
Yeah.
Baja, we wanted to do a hike at Glacier National Park, and it was summertime, so we had to keep parking in the shade, so our solar wasn't charging, so we paid to charge up everything and then go back and hike at 6 a.m. so the dogs would be okay in the car. What is the number one challenge you face? My thing recently is I really miss my family and everybody at home, and we chose to stay in Utah and work the spring busy season here. I mean, it's been a year since we've seen his parents. I just saw my mom. It's been a year since we've seen like most of the close people in our family. Yours is probably showering.
Yeah, I like showering every day, but I'm getting over that slowly.
We do have a shower, but it would be a lot to fill up our water tank every day, and then Tommy shower, and then we have to dump the tank, and it would just be.
Mine is probably working. I like to have somewhere to work, and it's kind of hard when you're either uncomfortable because our van isn't set up for work. It's set up just to live in general. I don't have like a table like this where I could work.
I guess I have to go with them, family.
Yeah, that's like a
Other
huge
than that, there's no
part.
challenges for me.
Because everywhere we go, we like.
I
Walk.
feel
Where
like
to
you're
sleep?
lying.
Like
But
what?
I've seen you guys.
Whenever I go
What,
home,
to
I
cook
have
dinner?
to like bribe him to go home. He's like, I don't want to go.
Oh my God, his family's probably watching Bianca.
He'll tell them.
Yeah.
No, but I've seen you guys FaceTime your family, and we FaceTime our family. We go to all these beautiful places, and we're like, we know you would love this place. Like, wish you could be here. I think that's incredibly difficult.
Does it really make that much of a difference to be able to tilt your solar panels?
We used to have ours not attached to the roof, and we both hated it.
It's a lot of work.
And you can build a system to tilt them on the roof, but we are not that cool.
It does feel like it would be a lot more work than it's worth. Like for that.
Yeah, and we could park on a hill if we really, really needed it.
Yeah.
We could park on a hill somewhere and get it, but we do just fine. We can cook rice on a rice cooker at 12 noon when we're getting full sun, and it works perfectly with it flat on the roof. So, and a rice cooker, if you guys don't use one, it uses a lot of energy. We would really like a Toyota like yours. They're very hard to find. Any suggestions? Be patient and don't buy the first one you see. We joined the Toyota Motorhome Club on Facebook. I think we joined that like 4 months before we found our RV, and it was just a super useful forum. We asked questions. There's like 4,000 users in there that have either like owned one or own one now, previously owned one, fixing them up, and it just helped a lot. You have to request to be added to that group, but it's worth it in our opinion.
Tips on bathroom when you don't have a potty. So bags.
Or
Well, it depends what kind of.
What
It depends what
potty?
kind of potty, you
And-
know.
what was the question? Like, what do you do if you don't have a bathroom?
Tips on bathrooms
Tips
when
on
you don't have a
bathroom.
potty.
If you
You
gotta-
guys have to understand that we talked about everything. If you live on the road, you probably already know. You meet people, you talk about poop.
Yeah, you just go straight into the poop talk. How do you poop? So in our van doesn't have a bathroom, but we do have one of the portable flip toilets. So if you got to go numero 2 and there's nothing around, we personally go in there with like, if we have the special poop bags, we use those. If not, you just double Walmart bag it or something like
Yeah,
that. You
that
do
was-
what you got to do.
That was Baja life.
Dude, if you're going to Baja, you need like
Get some
a toilet or a
biodegradable
shovel.
bags. Get the squatty potty like you guys
Yeah,
have. We
Highly recommended.
We have a bathroom in here, and there's just not very many dump stations that are easy to access. And you don't want if you have an RV, you don't want a full black tank and sitting in the hot sun, and it's just
But if you're around like cities and stuff, you can just go to public places like grocery stores.
We're at a park, and there's a public bathroom and free
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
parks.
So
Yeah.
For pee RV, we actually use a 1-gallon jug because
It's cut open.
yeah, it's very high tech. We got the top sliced off, but we leave the handle so you can hold it. You know, we don't keep the same jug. We switch it out like every week or something like that, so you don't have like the same old nasty jug in there. But definitely comes in handy for nighttime or emergencies or all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we've seen some cool stuff on the road. We've seen people that have a funnel set up.
No, what
and
our bathroom?
Oh, our
It's just a
bathroom?
normal
It's just a
RV.
gray and black tank.
And
yeah.
we try not to go number 2 in here that often, but accidents happen. And not like accidents, we don't poop ourselves, but we try not to use it in here. Because if you have a black tank, you know that they smell bad when you drive. We're starting full time next month. What are good
Me?
DIY
Yeah.
online
Good
resources
one,
for customizing your RV? Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram. If you have a question.
And YouTube.
YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest. But I think Instagram, because if you have a question, most of the time you can message someone and they're more than happy to explain it to you and tell you what they used and how they did it.
What are your biggest expenses? I would say gas is probably one of our biggest expenses.
And beer, and that's why we don't drink as much.
Yeah, yeah.
That adds up.
Gas.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Gas for sure, yeah.
Gas.
Gas.
Not me in the beer department.
I've seen you drink.
I'm a sober Sally. Come
I've
on.
seen you drink.
Good
You and
one.
your vodka lemons.
Hey.
How long can you go until you have to hook up to a power grid?
Jason,
I don't remember the last time I hooked into a power grid.
I think this question is confusing because I think people think RVs always have to be connected to like power to work, and it's not true. I mean, we have solar. The RV itself runs off of its own 12-volt battery, so as long as we keep driving, that charges. The only time where we actually struggled was in the Pacific Northwest when we were in Olympic,
Oh,
and it rained for like 7 days straight. So that was the first time where we were like, oh my god, we need to turn our generator on because the generator charges our solar batteries if we need it to. But yeah, we don't plug in places. We did in Baja a few times.
The only time we used it was in Minnesota.
Yeah, I
For the
forgot
heater.
about that. That was
Oh,
nice.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, we all did.
So
We did the
cold.
sugar beet harvest in Minnesota, and it was like I think the lowest temperature was 10 degrees or something. And they had a little space heater. We have an AC/heat strip that came with the RV, so we had that on the whole time. You can't run that without being hooked up to power.
You guys were warm, huh?
We were so warm.
Tropical
Toast-
Island.
Toasty over there.
That's how we all hung out in here.
How much do you
2,
spend
maybe.
on average monthly? It changes all the time.
If we have to do car work, like we've had 1 month, we had to we invested in ourselves and we got a nice camera and we got a new fridge and we got car work done and we spent like $1,500, $2,000 that month. But
Yeah.
for the most part, we don't spend that much. Like if we don't want to spend money, we don't go far. If your car has bad gas mileage, you're gonna spend more. Ours is worse than theirs. They get, well, how much do you get?
20.
We've been getting
22,
higher.
24.
We've been getting
Yeah,
up
so
there.
we fluctuate.
Yeah.
Um,
Like this
it's like
month
12
we'll
to
probably
15.
spend $400 since we're only going.
Yeah, we're going back and forth to town to work and then leave, so it's not that much. Yeah,
Spending monthly on I feel like a big misconception is that people either see our travel pictures or our lifestyle and they assume that you're wealthy or that you have a bunch of money just because you're seeing all these cool places. But actually, Jason and I on average spend total around $1,200 a month, and that's all the money
Everything.
spent: gas, groceries, anything we do. So we're from Fort Lauderdale. You can't even get a very bad 2-1 in a crappy neighborhood for that price.
Okay,
We're
so in the
pretty
first
close.
in the first 2 months
We
of
took it
us
off the
being on the
list. It's too
road,
far
Tommy and
away.
I would tell people, "Oh, you're going." Specifically, my parents were going to Vegas, and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna be in Utah on this day. You're gonna be in Vegas a week later. We'll just drive there and meet you." Don't do that. Don't tell people you're gonna meet them in advance because then you have to skip everything. You have to skip all the beautiful things because you told someone that you would be there at this time. So bail on everybody.
Bail. That's the moral of the story.
Do you all stay at RV parks or boondock? All of us boondock. And if you don't know what boondocking is, it's just free camping and you don't connect to anything, you don't dump anything. There's no camp host, you
Pack it in,
just...
pack it out.
That is all the questions that we
Sorry I
got
talk so much.
and answered. I hope we answered them sufficiently for you. If we didn't, let us know so I can let you know that I don't care. I'm just kidding. I do care. If there's any questions that you need us to elaborate on, or if you have any other questions that you would want RV people or van people to answer, let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and go check them out on Instagram at SlowCarFastHome, right? Or wait.
No, I'm the slow car.
All right. Check them out on Instagram at SlowCarFastHome. They got dogs, so you know their Instagram's popping.
It's true.
And we'll see you in the next one. Later!